First, a picture of historic interest, the chamber of the House of Commons as it was before the war. Then the scene of destruction following that grim night of May the 10th, 1941, when in a heavy raid, German bombs reduced the House to smouldering rubble. The post-war years have seen the building of a new House of Commons on the ruined site. Its opening was marked by royal and parliamentary ceremony, the presentation of addresses to His Majesty. This took place in ancient Westminster Hall, with trumpeters heralding the approach of the Speaker's procession. Mr. Speaker and 28 representatives of overseas parliaments from all parts of the Commonwealth advanced in solemn dignity to take up their positions. The Lord Chancellor's procession. When Lord Jowett had taken his place, there was a break in the solemnity of the occasion as Mrs. Mop well and truly swept the carpet. There followed the welcome to the royal family. The King and Queen, Queen Mary with the princesses, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester and the Princess Royal, the Earl of Athlone and Princess Alice. The first address was presented on behalf of the House of Lords.
Most gracious Sovereign, we, Your Majesty's most dutiful and loyal subjects, the Lords spiritual and temporal in Parliament assembled, we beg leave, as an integral part of the Parliament of the United Kingdom, to assure Your Majesty of the undivided loyalty of this House to the persons of Your Majesties and to the throne.
His Majesty then accepted the address from the Lord Chancellor. After this, it was the turn of Mr. Speaker, Colonel Clifton Brown, to represent the House of Commons.
We also tender our most grateful thanks to Your Majesty for having caused the rebuilding on the same site of that chamber in your Palace of Westminster, which was allocated for the use of the Commons by your royal predecessor, Queen Victoria, nearly 100 years ago, and which was destroyed by the malice of your enemies in 1941.
Now the presentation by Mr. Speaker and the King's reply.
My Lords and members of the House of Commons, I thank you for the loyal and dutiful addresses which on your behalf the Lord Chancellor and Mr. Speaker have presented at me. The new chamber has been built as near as possible in the form of the old. There is a traditional of intimacy about our legislative chambers, which is very characteristic of parliamentary life in our land. It suggests an almost homely place of discussion and taking counsel, as if it derived some of its virtue from the family circle. I am glad to know that this feature has been preserved in the new building. In other places, liberty has perished, but the voice of true democracy is still heard among all our peoples and is a comfort to all those who love and believe in the unfettered expression of honest opinions, noble aspirations, and sincere of human feelings. This is our heritage. May all those who shall serve their country in the new Commons chamber strive to maintain and uphold those great and enduring principles on which our political ideals are based. May they, in their work, be an inspiration and example to all throughout the world, to whom our way of life stands as a guiding light at a time when it is opposed by the darker counsels of materialism and tyranny.
The unique and impressive ceremony is over, save for the royal procession from the hall. Queen Mary, descending from the dais, is assisted by Princess Margaret. Finally, with members bowing to the royal family, a great and historic occasion comes to an end. Certainly a splendid inauguration for the new House of Commons.